Good evening, everyone. Welcome. Well, maybe it's not evening yet. It's like 4 minutes till 5 o'clock. So it's not quite evening, but it is championship round of the Macomb-Western Holiday Tournament. I'm Dwayne Hewlett. John Reynolds is alongside for this one. It is the Consolation Championship. Pittsfield Sakis, who came in as the number 4 seed, and the Eureka Hornets. Eureka beat Canton this morning. Pittsfield held off Illini West by 1. John Reynolds called those two games for us here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. The tournament broadcast this week has been brought to you by Tom Conklin State Farm Insurance. Tom Conklin State Farm, located on West Jackson Street in Macomb and in Farmington. Start your 2024 off right by contacting Tom Conklin State Farm to take advantage of State Farm's new auto rates. Contact us in Macomb at MacomBSF.com or 837-1200, and in Farmington at ConklinSF.com or 245-423-0. Like a good neighbor, Tom Conklin State Farm is there. 3 minutes and 10 seconds to go before the start of this one, John, and you saw a really good Pittsfield Illini West game earlier, and you could go back and watch it here on TSSR Game Time Live.
Yeah, that game was back and forth the whole way, and I wasn't a lead bigger than 5 in the whole game for either squad, so back and forth and kind of chippy towards the end, but, you know, Pittsfield was able to outlast a tough Illini West team.
So Eureka comes in as a 2-time defending champion, a 2-time defending MVP of the tournament, and they get knocked off in the opening round by Farmington. Tyler Hefron, the 2-time defending tournament MVP, they find themselves in the Consolation Championship. They battled back. They've went as far as they can after that opening round. Lost to Farmington, but John, they handled Canton pretty easily this morning.
Yeah, Eureka had really no problems, and I mean it was in the hands of Tyler Hefron, the MVP the past 2 seasons, and he's been a big part. Now the senior for Eureka had 17 in that game, and Canton really was just kind of outmatched in that one by Eureka, and I mean a big 11-point lead towards the late half, and they never looked back. So
Hefron has the tournament's leading points game. He scored 30 in the win yesterday, so he's got the tournament's leading point game. Thus far, he probably will not get the MVP again since he's not playing in a championship game, but may make the all-tournament team. We'll wait and see. They'll announce that after tonight's championship game, which comes up a little bit later. You'll be able, of course, to watch all these games here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. The Macomb-Western Holiday Tournament coverage is presented by Tom Conklin State Farm in Macomb and Farmington. So as we get ready to go here, minute 18, in just a few seconds, we'll send it over to Jake Croxton, the voice of the Macomb-Western Holiday Tournament, as he will have the starting lineups and introduce the team sponsors and honorary coaches for this contest in just a few seconds. John, when we come back, we'll talk a little bit about what we can expect from this game, I think. And here is Jake Croxton.
Round of the 77th Macomb-Western Holiday Basketball Tournament and the Louderman Auction Company Consolation Championship between the Pittsfield Sakis and the Eureka Hornets. And now let's meet the game 23 starting lineups. At 1 guard for Pittsfield, a 5'10 sophomore, number 3, Hayden Gratton. At guard for Eureka, a 5'9 junior, number 5, Cooper Peterson. At guard for the Sakis, a 6'3 senior, number 23, Brennan Tomhay. And at guard for the Hornets, a 5'7 junior, number 14, Austin Gerber. And at third guard for the Sakis, a 6'1 senior, number 24, Javen Petty. And at forward for Eureka, a 6'4 senior, number 24, Tyler Hefron. At forward for the Sakis, a 6'3 senior, number 34, Connor Allen. And at forward for the Hornets, a 6'4 senior, number 25, Zeke Mason. At forward for the Sakis, a 6'3 senior, number 44, Eli Mendenhall. And in the middle for the Hornets, a 6'3 freshman, number 32, Jack Blunier. Brett Tomey heads up the Saki bench, assisted by Scott Bacon, Jordan Compton, and Wade Smith. Jimmy Kohler is the honorary coach. The sponsor, Brown's Shoe Fit. Aaron Donor heads up the Hornet bench, assisted by Bryce Spangler, Ashton Beachy, Chris Roberts, and Joe Miller. Mike Nichols is the honorary coach. The sponsor is Swedes Auto Body. The Game 23 officials are Jason Danner, Tad Johnson, and Robert Hinkle.
Thank you, Mr. Jake Croxton. As we get ready to go, John, you saw both these teams this morning. What do you expect in this matchup?
So for Pittsfield, it's really been their guard play on the outside with Allen and Tom Haven Petty have been the main three for Pittsfield. And then for talking about Eureka, it's really been in the hands of Tyler Hefron, the MVP the past few seasons, and they've got a real height advantage as they had a real big one in the game against Canton.
And Hefron looking down low real quick. They were chasing where the Sakis. They got there in time to cut off the easy basket, though. You were watching a pregame show brought to you by Ron Elby Auto Sales in Macomb and Augusta. With 8 years of car sales experience, Ron Elby Auto Sales is your hometown go-to for your next car. Hefron, the jumper, and it's right off the bat. He's got his first two.
That's what we're going to see from Tyler Hefron tonight. And, I mean, that was a 17, 18-foot jump shot there, and he made it look easy.
So Hefron starts things off for Eureka. See if Pittsfield, the Sakis, can answer here. They came into the tournament 8-1. They've won a couple games, lost one, so they find themselves at 10-2, if my math would be correct, I do believe. As you're watching TSSR Game Time Live, hop into live chat. Tell us where you're watching from and who you're cheering for. We'd love to talk to you. John, thanks for joining us. We appreciate that. 3 on the way is off no good. Rebound by the Sakis. Right back up it goes. Some contact, but a bucket falls for Connor Allen.
Yeah, Allen, the senior, had some meaningful minutes in the game early this morning. It was a big part of that win.
So once again, here's the drive for the Hornets, and knocked away but gathered back up. The shot clock does not reset. Hefron for 3. That was way long and off the mark. That was an NBA range 3 right there.
Yeah, Hefron tried to make it look easy after the last jump shot he had, but that one just a little too far. A little too much mustard, as some may say.
What I was saying, hop into live chat. Tell us where you're watching from, who you're cheering for. We love to see that. And also share the link if you would. Get your friends. Let them know they can watch this game right here for free on TSSR Game Time Live. As we have the Sakis with the basketball still tied at 2 apiece here after the bucket by Allen in their last possession. That is Tom Have with it. Tom Have has been the key for the Sakis thus far all tournament long. He's going to drive right there. Nice dump. It's knocked out of bounds, though. It'll stay with the Sakis. 5 seconds left on the shot clock.
Yeah, so if you're the Sakis here, you got to figure out what you want to run inbound. You got plenty of time here to get a good shot off, so.
Trying to get it inbound. They do get it to Allen over his head. It's a turnover. Back the other way goes number 32, Jack Blunier? Blunier. I'll get it right in a second. I apologize. Knew what I wanted to say. Couldn't get it out. He missed it either way. Maybe I jinxed him by saying his name wrong. It's going to be the Sakis again. Still tied at 2. Under 6 minutes to go in quarter number 1. That looked like a travel. No call, though. Down low. Missed the first one. Missed the second one. It's tipped out right into Tom Have's hands. Still Sakis basketball. You talked about the height difference, but the Sakis really owning the boards right now in this one.
Yeah, and I mean, big number 44, Eli Mendenhall, he had a lot of boards in the game early this morning and had a really good game against Canton, I believe.
Tom Have for 3, a long one, and it bounced up and over the backboard and almost got John Burton on top of the head, but he's safe. He is all clear, no problems. And we'll give the ball back to the Hornets here with 5:16 remaining and a new shot clock as they head back the other way. Hefron now is going to bring the ball up himself. He goes left side to Austin Gerber. Gerber had a couple big shots in their game the other day. Hefron dumps it off again. That one's a little bit forced, but they're going to get the ball back, it would appear, and saved across. There's the shot clock started late because nobody had possession. There's another miss and a putback that time off the hands of number 32, Jack Blunier. And
freshman.
It is good, and it's a 4-2 lead for the Hornets. Very methodical are the Sakis. Coach Tom Have and crew over on the bench over there, one of the best coaching staffs, especially in West Central Illinois. And They are methodical, even with the shot clock. They'll go deep in the shot clock. 3, top of the key off, no good. And they were down inside 10. Another rebound, though. Tomhave for 3. It's up high, bounces twice off the back of the rim, no good. And it's going to go to the hand of Zeke Mason and back the other way for the Hornets. Was Cooper Peterson with it. 3 from Hefron is good. He's got 5 points of the Hornets 7. And Eureka leads 7-2 over Pittsfield.
Yeah, there's Tyler Hefron for you with 5 of the 7 already.
You know, you think about these two schools, and I think people, and there's Tomhave down low, a nice pass, and he'll get the bucket to fall. I think a lot of people feel like Eureka's a whole lot bigger than Pittsfield, but Eureka's got a 445.5 enrollment. Pittsfield's got a 337, so they're not. Pittsfield, I don't think, is as small as people.
That kind of would have been probably the same ballpark as thinking the same as well. So I mean, yeah, pretty even schools.
Hefron for 3 again, give him 8 points of the 10, and it's 3:13 to go, and it's a 6-point lead for the Hornets. Tomhave and Allen have a basket apiece for the Sakis, but it's hard to match 2s for 3s and stay in the ball game.
Absolutely, and Hefron's made both of his, well, 2 of his three shots already.
He's made, there's a pass inside, knocked around. It's going to be saved in. Down the court it goes. Layups coming off the hand of Jack Blunier. And it's a 12-4 game and a timeout. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. And John Hefron leading the way, but the pressure of Hefron being able to hit those 3s is maybe making things a little more hard for the Sakis on the other end.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, if you're shooting 3 out of 4 or 2 out of 3 every time out of 3-point land, I mean, that's tough to bear him and then have to go around the outside and still have 4 other guys that, you know, that opens up shots for. So definitely Hefron hitting those shots early opens up the playbook for the offense on Eureka's side of things.
I want to say hi to Robert Myers. Keeps watching from Eureka. Go Hornets. Hannah Roig says, go Sakis. Eli Mendenhall. And it's Dylan, I am watching from Cauliflower, Arizona.
I think I've heard that one before.
So got some live chat going on here. We love to see that. Make sure you share it. Like the stream if you would be so kind. Subscribe to the channel. There's all kinds of great basketball and sports in general. 3 on the way is, oh, it was short, but he got the shooter's touch. That goes in for Javen Petty, and it is a 12-7 ball game.
So yeah, the Sakis starting to sneak back into it, and they've got to play defense on the other side. His number 32, Jack Blunier, the freshman, lays it up and in.
Jack Blunier does not look like a freshman. He looks young, but he's not built like one, and there's a pass right to the feed in trouble for the Sakis, but to gather it back up. Down the corner, Allen with it now. Comes back up top. Tomhave, college 3 is good for Brennan Tomhave, the senior. Brings it back to a 4-point game, 14-10. So matching baskets now, John, are these two teams that both have quite a bit of firepower. This is, I don't think, a game as their shot is Blunier on another bucket. I don't think this is what people expected to be the Consolation Championship today.
No, I would agree with you 100% there. You know, these are 2 really good squads, and I think both ranked coming into this one, too.
Pittsfield was 4 and Eureka was not, but.
Well, yep, and still a ranked school playing in the Consolation Championship. Those are guys you would think are playing later on tonight, but you know, we're favorites to be long in the tournament, but here they are still playing in the tournament.
Tomhave missed the 3. Blunier put a hand in his face. Another 3 off the mark, no good. Back the other way go the Hornets. Down low, Mason with a reverse layup is good for Zeke Mason, and it's 18-10, under a minute to go. Make it 30 seconds to go here in quarter number 1. Tomhave with it, far side. Baseline jumper off, no good. Bunch of contact down there. Rebound's going to go to the Hornets. Hefron with it, and he'll walk it up the floor. Shot clock's off, 16 seconds remaining. as Hefron sets the offense for the Hornets. He's going to pull up with 7 seconds left and badly misses a three-pointer. It was such an early shot that Tom Have expected there not to be any time left. He hesitated. If he'd have realized how much time there was, Johnny could have taken it down the floor and got a much better shot, but that's the end of quarter number 1. The score 18-10. The Hornets lead the Sakis. You're watching the Macomb-Western Holiday Tournament presented by Tom Conklin State Farm on TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH.
Over the years, we've told you about the benefits of choosing Spoon River College.
Affordable.
Transferable credit.
Career ready.
A culture where students feel like they belong.
Wow, that brings a tear to my eye. And while all these are true, there seems to be one thing that, well, sticks. So let's give the people what they want to see.
Enrollment is now open.
And welcome back to Western Hall on the campus of Western Illinois University, Macomb, Illinois, for the Macomb-Western Holiday Tournament. I'm Dwayne Hewlett. John Reynolds is alongside. His Consolation Championship game. Quarter number 1 has come to an end. The Hornets of Eureka, the two-time defending tournament champions, find themselves in the Consolation Championship, and they lead 18-10.
Yeah, the Hornets have kind of gotten off to a hot start here, but the Sakis kind of rallied back there, only scoring a few to start, but now have found their firepower, so they'll retain possession to start this second quarter.
Hayden Gratton inbounds right in front of us, and Tom Have takes it up the floor for Pittsfield. As we're underway, quarter number 2 here in the Consolation Championship game. They lost on the opening day, did both of these teams. It was Farmington beating Eureka and A-Town upsetting Pittsfield, the number 4 seed in the opening round, to send these two teams to the Consolation bracket. So 4 teams had their tournament come to an end today. There's a block shot, but right into the hands of Gratton. It's off no good. Rebound put back off no good again for Lucas Nichols. And the Hornets survive a 3-shot possession from the Sakis, and Hefron pushes it up the floor. It's amazing that the Sakis, John, are down 18-10. They have to be doubling up rebounds on the Hornets right now.
Yeah, and usually if you're winning on the glass, then you're usually winning the game, but in case of the Sakis right now, it's definitely not going their way, and that's the big reason why.
3 for Connell Roth, the sophomore. Hits the triple.
He's wearing some new kicks. He was wearing bright yellow this morning, so a little outfit change.
Oh, man, wide open miss. They missed the wide open underneath the basket was number 42, Ethan Gratton. And it's a missed floater for Pittsfield. Back the other way it goes. Timeout on the floor is going to be charged to the Hornets. It's a full timeout with 6:37 to go. We'll take a break here. You're watching the Macomb-Western Holiday Tournament presented by Tom Conklin State Farm on TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH.
Over the years, we've told you about the benefits of choosing Spoon River College.
Affordable.
Transferable credit.
Career ready.
A culture where students feel like they belong.
Wow, that brings a tear to my eye. And while all these are true, there seems to be one thing that, well, sticks. So let's give the people what they want to see.
Enrollment is now open.
Welcome back to Western Hall, Macomb, Illinois. 6:37 to go in quarter number 2. It's 21-10 Hornets. The Spoon River College commercial just on again. I want to thank Spoon River College and all the sponsors for coming on. Nutrient Ag, you'll see some sponsorship advertising from them as well. You were mentioning Snappers. That's the team name for the Spoon River College athletic teams, and you said roll snappers. I would think that would not be a good saying for turtles.
Well,
if you roll over on your back, you're stuck.
You do have a good point there. I'd have to take that up with some of my buddies over at Spoon.
If you roll, you're stuck there. I don't know. I'll have to ask Ben Powell. I think he's playing some baseball over there.
Yep.
So I'll have to send Ben Powell. Maybe Ben Powell's watching in the live chat. We can ask him. Foul and 2 free throws coming for Hefron. Foul's going to be on number 42, Ethan Gratton. And we will have a replay after the first shot from Hefron on the foul. And here's the replay. Hefron Not a ton of contact, but he got some arm as he followed through, so that brings the foul and the free throws. Hefron missed the first one. He's missed some shots badly. He's been dead on a lot of shots, but he's missed some badly.
Yeah, me and Chris talked about the free throw shooting earlier this morning was kind of rough over at Brophy, and how it's kind of been a little rough in the whole tournament. And I mean, I don't know if that's playing at a college facility does anything to that or whatever, but the same dimensions and all that. So, but the free throws shooting's been rough, and that could be the reason why we've got some upsets here late in the tournament. Yeah,
the dimensions of the basket are the same, and the free throw line is the same distance. The three-point line's different. The court's a little longer, but you look back to the movie Hoosiers, and they measure the hoop. It's 10 feet. Measure the free throw line. It's 15. There's a jumper. It's off no good. Rebound to Allen. He's going to draw a foul, and Blunier, I believe, is going to pick it up. No, it's not. It's going to be on number 34, Lance Wiegand, and it's going to be 2 free throws coming for Connor Allen, the senior for the Sakis. First shot is up and in, and here comes the replay for you folks at home. Rebound back to Allen. And the second free throw coming right there. A little contact, I think, with the body on that one. Second free throw is good as well. 21-12. Not all the contact on a foul when you're shooting has to be on the arm, does it, John?
Correct.
Get him down low with the body is just as, and maybe more dangerous in all honesty. Against the zone now, Hefron has it down low. He's going to spin, put the shot up, it's in.
Working with 4 Sakis was Hefron there and was able to find the basket.
Right side it goes to Tom Have, down in the corner, Allen. 5:10 remaining here in quarter number 2. Working through the first half of the Consolation Championship game. And we have a timeout now. Charged to the Pittsfield bench. Coach Brad Tom Have has a little conversation with the official and says we'll take a full timeout with 5:06 remaining. You're watching the Macomb-Western Holiday Tournament on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. And welcome back to Western Hall on the campus of Western Illinois University. We have the athletic director, Mr. Paul Bubb, sitting beside us. I want to thank him for helping us use this great equipment that we've used to do this broadcast this weekend. We hope that you folks at home have enjoyed it as much as, well, I think I've enjoyed doing it. I'm a little wore out. We don't have you on camera, Paul. You're okay. Do you want? We can get you on camera. I bet Jeff is right there. Jeff's shooting this direction right now. Now Paul's going to hide behind Justice and say, I don't. See, look, you can't see Paul, but he was right behind Justice Keene right there. I promise. As we're back underway here, 5 minutes remaining in the first half. Down low, Grattan has it, tries to get it across the lane to Allen, and it's stolen away by the Hornets. Good idea, not good execution. Hefron goes to the hoop. Fadeaway jumper is good. Nice. That's like a Scottie Pippen-esque fadeaway jumper, wasn't it?
Banks open for Tyler Hefron at 5:30 on a Saturday evening.
You're a Bulls fan, aren't you?
I am a Bulls fan.
That's why I said that, by the way. I thought so. And then after I said it,
I could say I'm a Bulls fan, but I don't really want to tell a lot of people I'm a Bulls fan nowadays.
Touche.
But now everybody knows.
There's a runner up off, no good for Cooper Peterson, and back the other way it goes in a hurry. That's going to be an offensive foul. Yes, it is. Going to be charged to number 24, Javen Petty. Yeah, go ahead. Let's go with a replay of this one right here and see what we got on the charge. Away, and that's he turned a little bit. That could have went either way. You got to stay your position. He turned a little bit, but definitely got the shoulder and knocked him down. So.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it could have gone either way. I think if I was official, I might have called a block, but
I might just have not called anything.
I was going to say I'm just sitting here, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I don't want any part of being an official. I've done it a few times, and that's a few times too many.
Yep.
And a foul called back on the other end. Foul's going to be on number 42, Ethan Gratton, his second, team's third. And Hefron at the free throw line again. He is 0 for 2 from the charity stripe. Here's the first one, and a replay coming on the foul right here. As Hefron drove, and Gratton came through and just jumped into him and brought the arm down. That's going to get a foul. Anytime you bring that arm forward, you're going to get it called on you.
Yep, the second that your arm goes from here to here, it's pretty easy for an official, and especially officiating crew we have tonight. A lot of experience.
Hefron hits the second one, and it's 27-12, a 15-point lead for Eureka over the Sakis, who you have to think have the firepower to get back in this one. A three on the way off, no good. Mason with the rebound. Zeke Mason, the senior, going to push it back the other way for the Hornets. Oh, that's Hefron on it now. He dumped it off. I didn't even notice it. Happened so quick. Looked down for a second and got down the floor in a hurry. And so do the Sakis as Tom Have dumps it to the corner. Back to Tom Have. Petty for three. It's off, no good. And Mason again with the rebound. And that time I saw him actually pass it to Hefron, folks.
Well, and you got a nice replay of it here, too, if you did.
Yeah, I got the actual live feed and a replay right here. I could keep an eye on it. Backing it out is the sophomore Connell Roth. He had a three-pointer earlier. Just left of the top of the key. Right about where he's at right now, but he doesn't take it one there. Down to 8 on the shot clock with 2:53 to go. Down to Hefron. He's got to get something off. 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3 seconds, and it's stolen away. Allen got it. Off to Tom Have, and back the other way it goes. Down to the corner, left side, now out to Petty. He's going to drive to the rack. Tried to up and under reverse layup, didn't work. And Mason, another rebound. That's 3 trips down the floor and 3 rebounds on the defensive end for Zeke Mason.
Yeah, this Eureka team, I mean, there's that height we talked about earlier, and it's starting to shift the other way.
Yeah, and that's the thing. The difference here right now, I feel like, John, is the fact that the Sakis stayed in the game. There's Roth with a little left-handed layup is good, but the Sakis got extra opportunities with offensive rebounds. Mason has started to control the glass a little bit, getting defensive rebounds, and that has spelled a stop to the offense for the Sakis.
Yeah, when you get down the floor and get a few chances instead of one, you're usually going to add up more points. Mathematically, that's how that works.
And a baseline jumper from Connor Allen. And it's finally back on the scoreboard, back to a 15-point game. It was up to 17 just before that before that made bucket. Oh, nice cut to the basket, and the layup's off, no good. It was a great cut by Gerber, Austin Gerber, but just couldn't get the finish there for Eureka. As we under a minute and a half to go in the first half. It's a chance to cut into a 15-point lead with a 3 from Tom Have. Not going to fall, though, and Hefron with the rebound. And suddenly, during one of those timeouts, something clicked because in the huddle because the rebounding has been much better here in quarter number 2.
Yep. Want to control the boards, whatever team you are. Don't want to be given second chance buckets, and especially here already nearing the half.
There's Roth with it. Right side Hefron now. 10 seconds on the shot clock, under a minute to go in the half. Blunier with it now. He's going to drive, and he tries to get around Allen. Allen pushes him to the sideline. They don't call a block. They call it out of bounds on the baseline as Blunier got muscled out that time. Cooper Peterson back in for Eureka. Zeke Mason comes up, tells Blunier something along the lines of, I'm guessing you need to be a little stronger going to the basket.
Yep.
With the basketball is Taylor Graham, and the shot up off no good. And Hefron, I'll get it out in a minute.
One of the 3.
Yeah, something like that. I can't even talk anymore. It's been a long 3 days, folks. I apologize. Hefron had the rebound. He's got the ball back. Shot clock is just about a second under the game clock here with 18 seconds remaining on the shot clock. And a buzzer. The shot clock ran out. Hefron tried to get there beforehand, couldn't do it, so shot clock violation with 1.5 seconds remaining.
See what Pittsfield wants to do here.
That would have hit the scoreboard. Went on the other side of it. That's the end of the first half of play. 29-14. The Hornets lead the Sakis here in the Consolation Championship game. We're going to have Kenny Suter, who's wearing a hat. I'm still not quite sure why he's wearing a hat, but he's wearing a hat down there. Tried to tell him to take it off, but we're going to send it over to Kenny Suter.
All right. Well, Coach, so far pretty much dominating on the glass. Shots are falling for you guys. How do you get motivation to keep going into that second half after the long break?
Well, I hope we don't need too much motivation. I mean, we're in the middle of a ball game. You know, we've done a good job of, moving the ball around and getting shots. We cleaned it up a little bit better in the second quarter there on the rebounds. I wasn't very happy the way we rebounded early, but, yeah, hopefully we can continue to do that.
All righty. Thank you.
Well, Coach Donor right there said what we talked about, wasn't it? Cleaning up the rebounds, and it's the McDonough District Hospital halftime show here at the Macomb-Western Holiday Tournament, brought to you by Tom Conklin State Farm Insurance here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. We'll step away for a word from McDonough District Hospital.
Again, as we're happy to bring to you another member of the staff at MDH, and today we have Bill Murdoch, the Vice President and Chief Financial Officer of MDH. You know, I've talked to some people up the food chain a little bit, but you're getting ways up there for me to be talking to here. Right. But you're just another guy.
I am.
And we were joking off camera. We'll get to that a little bit maybe as we go along here. But
sure.
Tell us a little bit about yourself. You married? You have kids?
Yep. Married. My wife's from Macomb. We have 4 children. My wife's a bomber and a leatherneck. I'm a leatherneck as well. That's it. I grew up outside of Galesburg on a farm, and we still have a place up there. Go back there every day and enjoy the great outdoors up there. I've been in healthcare for over 30 years now. Enjoy it very much, and really look forward to the challenges that healthcare provides for us.
Now, if I remember reading through your stuff correctly, you're from Oneida, which is up by Galesburg, right?
Do you know where that is?
I do. I know where. It's part of Rova.
It is.
It's part of. We're sports people here, Bill. We have to know who
I graduated
Oneida
from
is.
Rova.
Did you? So it was Rova even that far back.
Well,
not that you're old. That isn't what I meant there.
There was an additional town added after I graduated, but it's always been pronounced as Rova.
So what was the town that was added?
Watauga.
Watauga was added.
Which is where I live now.
So you live in Watauga.
Right.
You graduated from Rova.
Correct.
But Watauga wasn't part of Rova when you graduated from Rova.
That's right. Cause
that's like a twisting, turning road right there.
Oh, yeah. It's a complex matter here. But no, after I graduated high school, went to college and all that, and then as I advanced my career, we stayed in the Midwest and finally ended up after we started having kids in the Rova, Oneida area to raise our children, and just stayed there the whole time since then.
How, there's a lot of professions at any hospital that have a lot of very important, and they are the integral workings of the hospital. Everybody thinks physicians, nurses, providers.
Right.
But you have a lot of pressure on you on a daily basis when you're talking about the chief financial officer. So how do you find yourself into that profession? I mean, I think I'd rather be the doctor or the nurse than the chief financial officer.
Yeah, that's an interesting question. When I graduated from Western, I was recruited at that time by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois, and we were doing what hospitals have to prepare a Medicare cost report, and I was auditing them. So that's how I got my step into the healthcare career. And then after that, I went to work for a consulting firm that prepared the cost reports for the hospitals and all that. And then after that, I got into the actual inner workings of the hospital, started out as a controller, then worked up to CFOs and larger organizations, and and that's kind of my niche, and that's where I've stayed my whole career.
Now, you mentioned larger organizations. Lindsay Douglas, we talked to her. She's in recruitment for you guys for physicians and providers. And this is not, as far as hospitals go, a larger, it's not a huge hospital.
Right.
So what does that do for you on a daily basis is you're trying to balance a budget or make a budget that works or help with the finances of that doesn't have maybe the bottomless pockets that some people think of when you think of a huge hospital or whatever.
Right. Yeah, I think that, you've been in one hospital, They're all different. They all have their sets of challenges and struggles and all that. What is very exciting for me is we are we're nimble, we can make quick changes, and I feel like I can make that impact in the organization, those quick impacts to get the hospital on the right track and keep it going and be viable.
Yeah, and funding in this day and age is a key in getting payments. But I'm sure you guys still look at trying to get donations and stuff, correct? Is that involved in anything you do, or do you have to consider any of that when you're trying to make your business positions?
It's a small piece of it, a little bit of it. Our biggest challenge is to get reimbursed from the insurance payers, because there's a lot of noise out there right now where insurance payers are denying everything not everything, but most things that we try to get reimbursed for. And if we don't get what we're entitled to, then it's a struggle to make payrolls.
Right.
Struggle to pay our vendors. It's really tough to keep the hospital going, make the capital improvements that we're doing on the campus right now.
And you're doing a bunch of those right now. I mean,
we are.
Yep. You guys are improving. It seems like monthly, daily, whatever, you're making improvements here in the last 10 years or so.
There's a lot of exciting things going on here on the campus right now with the retail pharmacy, or community pharmacy is what we're calling it now, because it is the community of McDonough County's pharmacy. And we're trying to prepare this organization for future generations so we can keep this hospital in the community for the people of the community.
Okay, so you work and think numbers all week.
Pretty much.
What do you think on the weekends? Now, I think I read somewhere there's some hunting and fishing involved in what you enjoy doing.
Right, yes. I like I mentioned, I grew up on a farm. We still have a farm. We still live on a farm. So I enjoy just about anything outdoors. That would be fishing, hunting, camping, spending time on the farm, just fixing things or doing whatever. That's how I decompress and recharge to do the job that I do today.
Okay. Now, I said I only had two questions. I got one more. We're about at time. But now, you're a hunter.
Yes.
And you're older like me. Okay. So I remember when I was a kid and everybody was deer hunting, if you got a deer, you were lucky.
Right. Right.
Do you deer hunt?
I do.
And how much easier is it on your farm to get a deer now than it was when you were a kid?
Yeah, I'm really blessed because there are a lot more deer today than there was years ago when I started hunting. I do, but I enjoy deer hunting. But I also, every deer I've gotten the last 2 years, I've donated to the food pantry and let them repurpose that. Our sons also hunt with me as well. You eat a lot of that deer meat, but anything I get, it goes right to the food pantry, and I donate it back to the community.
Well, MDH is all about community. It's been about community, and you even go home and make it about community. So that makes you a good guy, right?
Right. Well, I don't know about that, but I appreciate the comment.
Well, that'll do it for this halftime interview. We'll be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH with the second half right after this.
Welcome back to Western Hall. Halftime for the McDonough District Hospital Halftime Show. I'm Dwayne Hewlett, John Reynolds alongside, and we got some replays from half number one to show you. John, I'll let you take these away. You got it right in front of you if we can get them playing here. Here we go.
Yeah, Hefron on this one. That was the early jumper that he made look easy, and it's kind of been all Tyler Hefron for the Eureka Hornets. But other than that, it's been Pittsfield on the boards early, and that changed quickly as we got late into that. There's Hefron again. Another three. He's been red hot from three. Don't know exactly what he's shooting from three.
He is 2 for 4.
Yep, 50% from three. Take that every day. There's another one of his makes.
He was feeling it at that point.
Yep.
There's a shot up, and that's shooter's touch at his finest. Javen Petty right there. There's Tom Have with one as well. He'll nail a triple. They are 3 for 5 from, or excuse me, 2 for 12 from three-point range are the Sakis. Roth's 3 there. They are 2 for 12, 16.7%.
it is.
And there's the last replay, a turnaround jumper as 40 seconds remains here in halftime. The Sakis on the floor, ready to go here, John. And if you're the Sakis, what do you need to do to get back in this ball game?
When the game was early and they were controlling boards, it seemed to be going a lot more their way. And then that timeout that Coach Donor took, and then it's just instant snap. Eureka securing boards on both sides. I think you got to get back on the offensive and defensive glass just to start, and then go from there. Already down 15.
Once again, you're watching TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. If you'd be so kind, like the stream, share the link. Get your friends, let them know the Hornets and the Sakis are playing here. We got 3 more games after this one. This is a Consolation Championship. There's the first shot off, no good. Offensive rebound for Hefron, and a foul is going to be called. See who it's on. You say it's on 34?
My guess.
You're right. Connor Allen picks up his first, team's first of the third quarter. Hefron with it. Little hand in the back there from Hayden Gratton. Up top it comes. Hefron, man, he looks to shoot every time he touches the ball, doesn't he?
Yep.
And understandably so. He's the leader of this team, and there's the bucket for number 24.
Reigning tournament champ the past 2 years as well. I think I'd be giving it to him quite often if I was Eureka.
Tyler Hefron, a 2-time defending MVP of the tournament as well. He led the team to 2 straight championships. There's a nice pass fake and a turnaround jumper, though, off no good. Hefron with a rebound. And it has really been, John, a domination on the boards for the second quarter and here early in the third quarter for the Hornets. And another basket for Hefron.
That's a heck of a shot there by Hefron. Turnaround, fadeaway jumper. Made it look easy. Hornets not letting off the gas yet, up 33-14 here on the Sakis of Pittsfield.
Tom Hay gives it off to Taylor Graham, who's back in the game. Now it goes down to Petty. Back to Graham, over to Allen. 6:33 remaining in the third quarter. Allen's jumper, short, or long, I should say, excuse me. Hefron with another rebound for the Hornets. I don't know, we're about 5 possessions into this game. The Hornets have a couple offensive rebounds. I don't think that the Sakis have a single rebound as of yet. And a traveling violation going to be called. And that was Jack Blunier. Blunier, the freshman, thought it was a Euro step, and they thought it was a Euro step and a half. 6:05 to go here. If you're just listening to us, if you're watching us, thanks for joining us. Once again, live chat's open. Hop in there. Let us know where you're watching from, who you're cheering for. Got some Macomb Bombers fans already watching, getting ready for tonight's championship game. As the jumper is off, no good between them and the number 1 seeded Central Panthers. That'll be a good one at the 9:30 contest tonight. We got some games between now and then. We got the 5th place game, 3rd place game, and then the championship game at 9:30 p.m. There's another foul call.
I believe Macomb is playing Rock Ridge.
Oh, they just beat Central, didn't they?
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. I got it all backwards. Rock Ridge. No, what? Just correct me. After the free throw, Hefron at the free throw line. John just looked at me funny. I'm like, what are you looking at? Free throw's good. Here's a replay of that one. And there's the foul by Allen, his second. Got into the arms of Hefron as he was going up. He got the bucket to fall. 36-14 is a 22-point lead, largest of the game for the Hornets. Into the corner. Tom Have drives baseline. Mason cuts him off. Skip across Allen. And a foul. Hand in the back, I believe, is going to be on Mason. We'll see. So 2-4, 2-5. 2-5 gets it. Zeke Mason gets the foul. Connor Allen is going to be shooting 2 for the Sakis, and they need every point they can get with the clock stopped. First one's off, no good. And here's a look at the foul by Zeke Mason. You can see the little hand right there on the shoulder kind of gave him a shove, and it was enough to make him miss the shot. He missed the free throw as well. Here's the second one. It's off, no good. And you mentioned it, free throw shooting has not been very good here at this tournament.
I mean, they call it free throw shooting for a reason. You know, you get free shots, and those are the ones you got to capitalize on. And whoever you are in the tournament or playing basketball, those are.
Petty got the rebound on the Hefron miss, and he carried it on his shoulder for about a step and a half.
But nonetheless, got to capitalize on free throws, and those, what they say, free throws win you games, right?
There's Nice pass from Tom Have down to Connor Allen.
It's a bullet pass.
Down to a 20-point lead. I want to thank Brandon and Dan from Nutrient for helping sponsor the tournament here, the tournament broadcast, I should say, here on TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH. There's a foul on the Sakis, number 33, Taylor Graham. The sophomore picks up his first foul, team's third of the third quarter. Hefron gets it on the inbound, misses. Mason with a rebound and a putback, and it's blocked out of bounds. Petty, I believe, was there. Lucas Nichols coming back in, the senior, going to replace Tom Have for a few seconds. Eureka with the inbound. Hefron's going to go to the rack, lays it up and in. That squeak of that shoe was so loud, I thought it was a whistle.
He's sitting courtside. I mean, a little bit louder down here.
Javen Petty missed that one. Baseline pass. Nichols gives it up top to Gratton. Gratton shot. That's Hayden Gratton with a shot and a miss. Blunier back the other way with it. He gives it off to Hefron. 3:55 to go in the third quarter. Turnaround jumper is good, and if you can make that shot, you're really almost undefendable.
Yeah, if like I said, Deion Doyle was making those shots earlier on in the Macomb Camp Point game, and if like I said, you making those shots, then it's pretty tough all-around defense anywhere.
And a foul is going to be called on the freshman, Jack Blunier. And it's his second. I thought he had a foul earlier, didn't he?
Thought he did, maybe. Yeah, I think you're right.
Well, apparently not. I've been wrong before, believe it or not. Nope, they don't have him for a foul.
I'll take the official word for this one.
High off the glass for Javen Petty. And it's back to a 22-point lead. It ballooned to 24 at the largest. Hefron with it now. So we approach the 3-minute mark of the third quarter. Not a lot of motion here as the quarters grind down. There seems to be less and less motion from these two teams. Hefron missed the shot. Mason had a hand on it. Now Gratton and him are fighting for it. It's going to go off of Tyler Hefron out of bounds. It'll be Sakis basketball. That's one of the cool things about Tyler Hefron, though, is he's the best player on the team, but he plays hard all the time. He's not one of those kids that kind of takes time off or plays off. He's playing hard all the time.
Yep, no, that's what you want to see from your guy, your leader, especially, for a guy like Hefron who can carry the load for this team but doesn't let the foot off the gas and, hustling on rebounds. And you can be a great shooter, but, want a guy that's going to hustle all the way down the court, just like he did right there.
Hefron got down the court, got a little contact with Ethan Gratton, but no foul called. Petty misses the shot at the other end. Man, they're letting a lot of stuff go now. Gratton is going to get fouled. Might be Hefron. We'll see who they call it on, and that was, if it's on Hefron, that's as much for the swipe as it was for the contact. Contact. The call is going to be on number 5, though, Cooper Peterson, the junior. 2:22 to go at the free throw line. Shooting a couple is going to be number 42, Ethan Gratton. Pittsfield needs them if their clock stopped, especially. They need to score here. Subs coming in for the Hornets. Roth coming in, number 33. Also in number 34 is Lance Wigand. And number 14, Carter Frazier for the Sakis is in the ball game.
Saw Frazier a little bit in the early game this morning.
Rigston Bonds in as well, number 10. He's out there guarding the basketball right now. Driving to the rack, a little contact. That might be Gratton again, and if so, that'll be number 42, Ethan Gratton's third foul. Nope, it's on number 11, Lucas Nichols, the senior, on the floor. So it'll be out of bounds to Eureka. Nice inbounds pass. Efron's going to get the finish, and I think a little hold that kept him from catching that ball cleanly right off the start. 1:55 to go in the third quarter. It's a 42-20 lead. 22 points for the Hornets is the lead. to this point, John, the Sakis have just not had an answer for Eureka.
No, and I mean, we talked about the boards early, and now it's just not really being able to get any offensive plays off. I mean, it's just, there you go, the steal by Hefron there. Eureka's just all over on both sides of the court.
That's a charge.
Yep.
Billinier is going to pick up the foul. He may not have had 2 earlier, but he's got 2 now. I'll say hi to Barry Wright, watching from Manchester, Illinois. Thanks for joining us, Barry. Appreciate it. And there's the replay.
Yep, clearly got his feet set there, so easy call for the officials. The offensive foul by Hefron.
And a shot up for Ethan Gratton. Grayton. Is he saying Gratton or Grayton over there?
It's been Gratton to me all day, but I don't know.
We'll listen to Jake next time.
hold on.
I thought he said Gratton the first time, but off no good. Down low, Ethan Grayton. Can't get the shot to fall. A rebound down there by Rigston Bonds. And that's going to be Nichols with the shot off, no good. Saved inbounds by the Hornets. And with the basketball now is Graham. He's getting trapped in the corner, finally gets it out to Bonds. 19 seconds left in the quarter. Just under, I mean, literally it's the number, there's a shot off, no good. The number on the shot clock was actually higher, off no good again on the putback, was actually higher than the point seconds running on the clock. There's a long 3, off no good. That was shot by number 10, Tegan McLaughlin. And at the end of 3 quarters of play, it's 42-22. The Hornets with a lead here in the Consolation Championship game. You're watching the Macomb-Western Holiday Tournament presented by Tom Conklin State Farm on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. We'll be back right after this.
Let's go! He's got a lot of acres to take 4 tires, tight. 4 tires of fuel, 4 tires of fuel. Come on, we gotta get him back out there. He's a busy man.
I'm just here for seed.
It's all part of it. Suit up.
Nutrien Ag Solutions has everything you need to win the season and go full speed ahead.
Welcome back to Western Hall here on the campus at Western Illinois University. If you haven't been to Western Hall, folks, it looks good on camera, looks even better in person. And the basketball teams here at Western are playing some outstanding basketball right now. The women are 9-2, if my memory serves me correctly. The men are 7-6 and on a 4-game winning streak. They start the OVC season tomorrow at SIUE. You can catch them in action in the Ohio Valley Conference next Thursday and Saturday here at Western Hall, so check that out. There's a bucket by Javen Petty, and it's 42-24. So back under 20 now. Hefron with it. Oh, down low. There's a big push in the back, but a great finish for number 34, Lance Wigan. I'll get it out in a second. But that was a big push. It looked like a big push from here anyway. There's Petty, another turnaround jumper off, no good. And back the other way go the Hornets. Hefron for 3. It's off, no good. You know, that's the first miss that I think from outside that has been a close miss. He either has made it or missed it badly.
Yeah, Hefron, he's either been
Petty up and in again.
Like you say, hit or miss, and I mean, if it's missed, it's off by 2 or 3 feet. But if it's hit, it's nothing but net for Hefron.
7 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter. Consolation Championship game. It's a 18-point game in favor of the Eureka Hornets right now. Eureka, a 2-time defending tournament champion. Not going to get the championships today, but they could get the Consolation Championship. Hefron for 2. It's a long 2 high on the bounce off the rim. Tom Have is back in the game, pushes it back for Pittsfield. It'd take a big run, but Tom Have gets hot. He could hit some triples himself.
Yep, got to start somewhere, though, if you're Pittsfield, so look for that open shot and hopefully cash in.
I think that I might have just forgotten to say Sports Corner 3 on Hefron's couple threes. Did I do that?
Yes, I was gonna ask you if you'd.
I forgot. Johnny McKee, I apologize. There's Hefron, and he's going to miss the shot, but I believe it was number 10. I believe it was number 10, Tegan McLaughlin, who got the put back. Javen Petty gets another bucket. He's coming to life here, and it's a 46-28 game now. Just can't get past that 18-point mark, can they?
Guess not. Must be the over-under.
There's Austin Gerber. Hefron going to be fouled by Connor Allen. That'll be foul number 3, I believe, on Connor Allen. It is number 34, yeah. Connor Allen picks up the foul. His third, I believe, team's first of the fourth quarter. Hefron at the free throw line. He finished the first half, did Hefron. 2 of 4 from the charity stripe. Missed his first 2, made his second, makes this one. Subs coming in for Eureka. Zeke Mason back in. Also back in is going to be number 5, Cooper Peterson, and number 32, Jack Blunier. Blunier coming back in. He's had a good game, kind of up and down, but he really led them after Hefron got some points early. Then we'll keep this one here as we have another timeout with 5:35 remaining in the fourth quarter. But as I said, Blunier was kind of the catalyst. Hefron started and Blunier kind of blew it a little farther forward.
Yeah, no, I mean, it was all in the hands of Tyler Hefron early, and you know he gets hot, and then it's who's the next guy up, and for Eureka that was Jack Blunier, the freshman, who just took right off where Hefron had been going, and then now it's kind of gone back to Hefron, so we'll see if that trend continues.
You know, we don't talk about these ladies enough, but there's been some really good cheerleading squads here at this tournament. You know, it's a big tournament, so they tend to bring the cheerleaders, and there's been some outstanding cheerleading squads here at this tournament.
Yeah, a lot of them too. I mean, I was talking earlier, and you know, just we got a lot of cheerleaders, and that's a good thing. You know, get them out here, and they do a great job.
5:35 left. Lead is 20 points for Eureka in the Consolation Championship game here of the 2023 Macomb-Western Holiday Tournament. You're watching TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, the Macomb-Western Holiday Tournament coverage, presented by Tom Conklin State Farm. He's got offices in Macomb and Farmington. Jump ball as Blunier ties up Connor Allen. Connor Allen, the bigger of the pair, but Blunier got the jump ball that he wanted.
Yeah, a little bit of a chirp action there, but nonetheless, jump ball type. It's back to Eureka.
Peterson with it, I believe that is number 5 up there. It is. Blunier back to Peterson, right side. Hefron with it. He goes down to Gerber, and get him a saddle, boys.
Might have got away with one there. For number 30.
Taylor Graham went for a ride on Gerber's back right there, pushed him to the ground, and the ball went out of bounds. They set off Graham. Oh, what a pass from Zeke Mason to Tyler Hefron.
They were on the same page there, and Tyler Hefron, great vision and great pass there. Get that.
Pittsfield trying to close back in here at the end. That is going to help. Connor Allen's going to get the bucket and the harm. Fouls on number 24, I believe. Nope, 25, Zeke Mason. His second, team's first. And it's going to be Connor Allen to complete the three-point play. It is good. 4:35 remaining here in the basketball game. Consolation Championship game looks like it's on its way to being headed to Eureka. A championship again this year, not the one they've gotten the last couple, but a championship nonetheless on the Consolation side of the bracket, if they can hold on to this 19-point lead. As we approach the halfway point of quarter number 4, not a real good pass by Hefron. He looked for Zeke Mason, but they're knocking it away. Was Graham. And hurrying back the other way, Connor Allen can't get the ball to fall. Mason with a rebound.
Not happy with himself there on the not able to finish.
Hefron with it. Come Peterson on the dribble now as he backs things out. Not a hurry here any longer, right, John, if you're Eureka?
Now up by 19, you just kind of would take as much time off the clock as you can, and if you walk away with points, you walk away with points. So
you don't care if you score maybe, but you dang sure want to get shots. They've turned the ball over the last 2 times down the floor, and that is not what you want to do. Even if you're ahead, you don't want to get bad habits.
According to Croxton, it is a Grattan. So we'll take his word for that.
That's how I was saying, but I thought he said Grayton once, so it threw me off. 3:35 remaining. Shot off, no good. Grattan can't get the rebound. That's Grattan of the Ethan variety, as opposed to Grattan of the Hayden variety for the Sakis. Gerber, Hefron, drives, shot up on good. I thought it was going to roll across the back iron, but it fell in. 3:15 to go. It's back to a 21-point advantage for the Hornets. Petty trying to get down to Ethan Graham. It's stripped away onto the floor. It goes. Jump ball is going to be called. Gerber ties up Ethan Grattan, and it will stay with Eureka. Subs coming in. They'll try to get all of them. Roth is in. Tegan McLaughlin. And number 34, Lance Wiegand. Petty takes a seat. Number 14, Carter Frazier is in. Number 10, Rigston Bonds. Number 23, Blake Lehman. And number 20, Cooper Short is in. So all 5 of the Eureka starters on the bench now with 3:08 remaining.
Imagine that they will not see the floor again, but great game played by them, and now we'll see what these younger guys can do.
Banks shot up and in for Carter Frazier. Also in the game is Connor Sweeting, number 21 for the Sakis. Roth on the dribble for Eureka.
He's had some minutes here early, so get some more for him.
College length 3 for Tegan McLaughlin. So we work through the there was a pretty good clear out. Nice pass to Ethan Grattan, and it's 52-35. Right side. It is Cooper Short with it. No shot, foul on the floor. Going to be charged to the Sakis. It's number 11, Lucas Nichols. Number 40, Clayton Reinhardt in for the Sakis. Brock Monk, number 30, in for Eureka. Number 35 in as well, Grant Roberts for Eureka. Out there as well as number 23, Blake Lehman. Number 20, Cooper Short. His shot is short. Off the glass. Under 2 minutes remaining here in the Consolation Championship. Run of the floor, shot up, off no good. Foul called. Connor Sweeting going to go to the free throw line, the junior for the Sakis. Foul's going to be called on number 23, Blake Lehman. It's his first, team's second of the fourth quarter, and 2 free throws coming for Connor Sweeting. First one's good.
Connor Sweeney has nothing to say about the free throw shooting here at the Macomb Holiday Tournament.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm shooting good free throws, he says. I'll show you how to shoot.
Yeah.
I'll show you how to shoot a free throw.
Connor Sweetie goes 2 for 2.
Left it short. Did on the pass was taken McLaughlin, stolen away by the Sakis. It's down to a 15-point game. 1:37 remaining. Down low, Nichols. He goes over to Reinhardt. Reinhardt spins. 3 on the way. Nichols long. Did not get iron. Rebound off the floor on the missed shot by Short, and it goes back the other way. $1:14 remaining. Driving in, putting the little up and under move up to the rim, but missing it was Grant Roberts for Eureka. 16-foot jumper off, no good. Rebound and putback is off, no good, but going to be fouled again is Connor Sweeting. He'll be at the free throw line shooting 2 more. Blake Lehman's going to pick up his second foul, and Lehman fouled him the last time he sent him to the free throw line.
Not going to say a word here about Connor Sweeney at the free throw line.
He already did, but he made it anyway. No announcer's jinx for you.
At least not on that one.
Checking into the game for the Sakis, number 4, Grant McCartney. Grant McCartney checking in for the Sakis with 59.2 seconds remaining if you just happen to be listening to us and not watching us. And there's a second one. 4 for 4 from the charity stripe for young Mr. Connor Sweeting. He's a junior. Shooting the ball pretty well here in the closing seconds. It's down to a 13-point game. Off no good. 47 seconds left. Pushing it back the other way. On the hand of Carter Frazier. He goes all the way to the rack. He puts a shot up. It's off no good. Sweeting with another rebound and a putback. He's got 6, and we're down to 11.
6 in the last minute or so for Connor Sweeting. He's been red hot for
Eureka.
this Pittsfield team.
Pull-up jumper off no good. Chance to get it under 10 here with 20 seconds remaining. Grant Roberts going to pick up the foul, his first, team's 4th. No free throws that time with 13 seconds remaining. No shot clock. This one's going to run out. Steal by Short. Layup up and in. McLaughlin gets the bucket, and that's how this one's going to end. 54-41 the final. The Consolation Championship goes to the Eureka Hornets. Petty and Allen had 11 points. Sweeting finished with 6 in the last couple minutes. Hefron had 32, a new tournament high. 33. So he's got the new tournament high. Coach Donor is going to have a word with Kenny Suter, I believe, in just a second. And we'll have a trophy presentation. So we'll stay on for that as well. As you can see, Monty Louderman and Jerry Kramer coming out to hand out the Consolation Championship trophy. Tell him to stay there. He'll get the coach. Get on your radio. Tell him to stay there. He'll get him. Going out to get the Consolation Championship trophy, Hefron and Zeke Mason. Monty Louderman out there handing it off to him. And the rest of the team is going to follow. Consolation champions for the 2023 Macomb-Western Holiday Tournament. And they don't talk a whole lot. I'll wait for Kenny Suter to get Coach Donor, hopefully. Good win for Eureka. Not the championship they wanted, but a good win nonetheless, as he did get Coach Donor's attention. As they're doing the sweeping here, and there goes Coach Donor, about tripped over the broom just like Kenny. And now we'll code it over to Kenny Suter with Coach Donor.
Well, Coach, great win, getting some hardware to take home. How does this momentum push you into the start of next year?
Yeah, you know, we hope that we're able to carry a little bit of this through for sure. You know, coming out first round and, you know, going out to a good Farmington team. But then we were able to turn it around and get some things going our way. So, yeah, it feels good to, you know, put something together here. And, you know, like I said, hopefully we're able to carry that momentum forward.
All righty, congratulations. As Coach Donor, we'll send it back to you over there, Dwayne, before I get run over.
Kenny Suter about getting ran over as the team's already on the floor for the 5th place contest between the number 2 seeded Illini Bluffs Tigers and the Monmouth Roseville Titans. That'll do it here Actually, you got some replays back in the truck. Do we have any replays here for the second half? Or all right, let's go ahead and go with the replays before we head out. We'll see what the replays are. As we have Hefron, big surprise here. Tyler Hefron going to put the shot up, the fadeaway jumper. We talked about on numerous occasions how nice that fadeaway jumper is for Hefron. And there it is again, 2 of them in a row for Hefron. He finished with a tournament high 33 points.
Yep. Shot 50% from the field. And
There
that's
was Connor Allen with the shot. Connor Allen with another shot. He led the team with 11 points for Pittsfield. There's the bucket by number 34, Lance Wiegand. Tom Have dumps it. Oh, nice pass to Allen as well. Now here's Hefron again with the layup. And Zeke Mason bounce pass. That was the nice pass we talked about to Hefron. That was an outstanding look. And here's Hefron one last time to get the bucket up, and that's going to be the end of our highlights here for the Consolation Championship game. So for John Reynolds, I'm Dwayne Hewlett. Thanks for joining us on the Macomb-Western Holiday Tournament coverage presented by Tom Conklin State Farm on TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH. We'll take a break and we'll be back with the 5th place game in just about 8 minutes here on TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH.